Hello, everyone. I'm Kris Liu, Senior Product Manager from Inspur Server Product Line Management. It's a great honor to share my views on intelligent edge computing and introduce our products. In my speech today, I would like to launch a new form factor of AI module and explore its potential applications in edge computing. In recent years, the concepts of edge computing and cloud edge collaboration is gradually becoming hot. As an important development direction in the field of intelligent computing, they have a very broad market prospect. Edge computing promotes the migration of computing in the cloud, and the distribution of computing power presents a new dynamic balance. As massive data is produced and collected from terminal equipment, it puts forward high requirements for scalability and network communication ability of traditional data center. In order to share the pressure of the data center and improve the data processing capability at the edge of the network, it's an effective way to extend the AI capability to the edge. By deploying the AI model trained in the cloud to the edge or even the terminal device, the collected data can be processed and some basic decisions can also be made. That can reduce the network costs and the bandwidth pressure causes by data transmission, and also quickly respond to the calls with low latency. Terminal devices can only deploy simple models for reasoning and solve relatively simple problems. The processing, calculation, and quicker decision-making work of local data collected by many terminals is handed over to the edge computing equipment. The overall scheduling and overall decision-making of complex problems are carried out on the central platform. Cloud, edge, and the terminal work together with different divisions of labor to meet the needs of industrial digital transformation and AI deployment. As infrastructure expands to the edge from cloud data center, edge computing devices and edge computing applications are being deployed in various industries. On the basis of digital transformation and upgrading, many new intelligent applications such as intelligent quality inspection, intelligent road management, safety production warning, and smart warehouse have been generated. We can see that current major edge computing scenarios are mainly video and AI related cases. As shown in the IDC's report, the computing power is closely related to the scenarios, and the devices with different computing power is required for different scenarios. We are pleased to see that edge computing is providing convenience from enterprises to end users, and look forward to the favorable changes that edge AI applications can bring to industry. So, what exactly are the requirements to consider deploying AI at the edge? For a better understanding, we use 4 words to summarize the requirements of the edge for AI computing infrastructure, that is performance, scalability, edge efficiency, and management. The only way to process the vast data in real time is by placing servers near the point of action and by harnessing the immense computing power of edge, parallel processing of multiple neural network, and simultaneous processing of resolution data demand excellent AI performance. Secondly, diversity of AI applications in edge scenarios requires the highly scalability of IT infrastructure. What's more, deployed in multiple locations in the physical world, edge AI needs growing and energy-efficient computing support. As edge computing is widely distributed, the management of edge devices becomes critical. It's necessary for administrators to manage the workloads at the edge level in the same dynamic and automated way as with on-premises or cloud. Then comes the important product to be launched, a new form factor of AI module. We call it AI Brick. It has a unique 2.5-inch small form factor hard drive design based on NVIDIA's Jetson platform. Its appearance is easily misunderstood as a storage device, but actually is an AI module, which can be flexible, expanded on the servers or microserver through the SATA connector. In this way, the work of special development of software and hardware equipment for embedded modules can be eliminated, which greatly simplifies the use of Jetson Xavier NX modules. AI Brick can deliver up to 21 TOPS of accelerated computing, making it ideal for supercomputer performance and AI in edge systems. It provides the performance of 384 NVIDIA CUDA cores, 6 Camel ARM CPUs, and 2 deep learning accelerators engines. AI Brick also has excellent performance of video encode and decode, which is very suitable for multi-channel video and image processing. In addition, AI Brick also has various characteristics such as small size, low power consumption, multiple flexible interfaces, and multiple network connections. AI Brick can support Jetpack SDK and run multiple modern neural network in parallel. It opens new possibilities for embedded edge computing devices that demand increased performance to support AI workloads, but are constrained by size, weight, power budget, or cost. AI bricks currently have 2 usage modes, which can help users quickly bring supercomputer performance to the edge side. The first scenario is to use AI Brick directly as Jetson Xavier NX development system. The AI Brick reserves the Type-C interface for power supply, so it can be used as a separate product. It includes a Jetson Xavier NX module for developing multimodal AI applications with the NVIDIA software stack in as little as 15 watts. You can also now take advantage of cloud-native support to more easily develop and deploy AI software to edge devices. The development system is supported by the entire NVIDIA software stack, including accelerated SDKs and the latest NVIDIA tools for application development and optimization. The second scenario is to use AI bricks as GPUs in edge servers or edge microservers. In this scenario, all tasks are allocated by the CPU, which is connected to the AI bricks through the PCIe link. So all data goes in and out of the AI brick through the PCIe connection of the CPU. AI bricks can be flexible expanded on edge servers. For example, Inspur Edge Server AS800 can flexible support 84 TOPS computing power by supporting 4 AI bricks. Here is a potential application of how AI brick use in intelligent intersection. Congestion and safety are always core concerns of urban traffic governance. In order to gaining the traffic information and um, auto auto control the traffic. Um, Edge computing servers can collect massive data signals from various sensing devices at the intersection. So analysis and processing, it can sense the traffic flow at the intersection, the queue length of traffic flow, and the traffic speed, etc. Then the timing of signal lights is adjusted to increase the speed of urban traffic intersections. In this scenario, the data received by the microserver ES800 has both radar data and video data. CPU needs to screen out the video data and send it to AI brick. Non-video data such as radar data is handed over to the CPU in these systems. After AI brick receives the video data, it performs algorithm processing, and the processing result is sent back to the CPU again, followed by fitting together with the radar data. The intersection evaluation algorithm is run to evaluate the intersection. If the signal control optimization is required, the signal control algorithm must be manipulated. Besides this AI brick, Inspur has also launched a various of edge computing products. They are shown on the current slide. The first is called SRDC, which is a small data center that can be placed in an edge room. As an experienced server vendor, Inspur has launched 2 kinds of edge servers products that adapt to edge services and environments. They are small and flexible, and they can be placed into 600 deep. They can be placed into 600 deep network cabinets. The 1U server NE3160M5 with single low-power processor can meet the IT infrastructure requirements of lightweight deployment. It can support 2 NVIDIA A2 or T4 cards. In particular, it has built-in wireless modules. Wi-Fi or LTE module can be supported to adjust to different network environments. The other 2U server NE5260M5 has high performance and excellent scalability. It can support 4 NVIDIA A2 or T4 cards or 2 A100 cards. And it has the same characteristics of low noise and high environmental adaptability. These edge servers can adapt to the harsh environment of edge computing scenarios and provide users with edge computing services with high reliability and maintainability. Inspur has launched a special portable AI server. It's waterproof and earthquake resistant. It can support expansion of NVIDIA GPU modules or large storage hard disks. You can flexibly carry it around and use it in scenarios that require AI computing power or data storage support. Microserver is also an important part of the edge computing infrastructure. Due to its size and appearance, we could also call it an edge box. We also designed the Inspur Edge Computing Platform to manage all kinds of hardware equipment. It can also link up the edge and the cloud data to meet customers' requirements for remote management and control, data processing, analysis, and decision making of edge computing resources. We also have ES800 series of edge computing boxes coming into mass production. They adopt a GPU plus CPU architecture compatible with low-power CPU and different AI modules. 0 to 4 AI brick can be freely selected by users. Flexible expansion function allows it to adapt to all scenarios from indoor to outdoor, from desktop to centralized rack deployment, and it can work with a large number of self-developed algorithms. The stacked deployment of multiple nodes can also enable the flexible deployment of computing power. With the edge server, we can meet all the edge computing needs of users from entry level to high level, power the development of intelligent edge computing. Inspur Edge Computing Server takes the leading position in benchmark and the domestic market. In the worldwide ML-Perf reasoning competition, it achieved 11 first places, which can help users with high-performance AI reasoning. It has been highly praised by the Chinese market for its excellent performance and reliability. Inspur Edge servers have been applied in all industries and are also the products with the largest share in Chinese market. In China, our market share in Edge server can reach 49%. These are all my speeches. If you're interested in our product and solutions, you can communicate with us by email here. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.